I just purchased one of the cheapest lenses you can find on Amazon. This is the Hoga lens. And this came in at $19. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what we get. So you have an instruction manual. Wow. Pretty much just how the lens works and what to do with it. I don't know if I'm really going to be needing this. That's about it for the box. And put in a little plastic bag. And that's it. There is a focus functionality, and instead of numbers, it actually just has a representation of what all you can pull in focus, whether it's landscape, group of people, few people, or just a single person. Alright, let's see what it looks like. Wow. A little bit better than I thought it was going to be. It is fully plastic, including the element in the middle. It is not glass. It is a fixed aperture at f8 and is only 60 millimeters. No zoom, just the option to focus. And there's a little, I guess I do need those instructions after all. Ah, it's just a back cover. Does it screw off or is it pull off? Ah, it's a pop. Man, look at that tiny pinhole. This is pretty much just like a toy lens, so it's only gonna let in so much light. Don't expect to get too much bokeh on this. It doesn't actually have any filter threads that I'm able to see on here. Don't expect to thread on any sort of filters. Luckily, it is already at an f8, so if you're gonna do any outdoor videography, it is stopped down a little bit. So that should come in handy. Like I said before, this lens was only $19 on Amazon. I have the EF mount version for Canon. I don't have a native EF camera, so I'm going to be using my Lumix S5. I do have the Canon M50, which I'm shooting on right now, but I wanted to see what it's going to look like on a full frame camera. So let's take my Lumix lens off. L mount to EF adapter. Open that up. I'm assuming this little hole right there is where you line it up to mount. Or not. Ah, there it goes. Ah. Snug fit. It is so small on there. Wow. Pure darkness, and I'm at ISO 4000. Okay, my shutter speed is up a bit. Turn that down. And even at 50, you can't see. Oh, I can see a little bit. Oh my god. Okay, so the focus does actually work a bit. Don't expect to get everything in focus. I'm gonna go and take some videos with this and see what it looks like. Dang, this is so cool. So I went out to the lake, got some amazing shots, and I honestly was surprised. Just look at the lens flares coming off of this. Again, it is coming off a fully plastic lens, and you can get some things sort of in focus. I did have focus peaking on, and I was able to get a little bit of feedback to make sure I was in focus. There is some harsh vignetting that you'll notice with this lens, but that is primarily because I'm shooting on a full frame sensor camera. So if you're on a crop sensor camera, it's probably not going to show this bad. I did notice some weird fibers on the lens. Happy to say that that was just because I didn't clean the lens off whenever I got it. So even though it is a brand new lens, you do need to make sure to dust it off before usage. This shot I absolutely loved, and I was able to pull focus. So I am shooting at 150 frames per second, which helps hide some of the little jitters that I had when pulling focus. Don't worry about this wobbling you're seeing right here. It's actually the in-body stabilization of my camera sensor, so it's not actually the lens itself moving around. When it came to color grading this footage, all I did was adjust the white balance and add a little bit of contrast, but that's it. I didn't add any film grain, and just the look of this lens, it's so vintage. And for only $18, I couldn't believe how good it looked. I thought a lot of things were gonna be out of focus, but they really weren't. So that's what you can get with a really cheap lens off Amazon. I only really recommend getting this because the fact that it is so cheap. So if you have 20 bucks to spend and you want something that's a little bit unique and cool, I do recommend getting this. It's really fun, just a neat little lens to have, and honestly, breaking a $20 lens isn't as sad as breaking a multi-$100 lens. Let me know what you guys think about this lens, or if you've came across any other weird little lenses, and I will see if I can find some myself and try them out. Stay tuned for other videos on lenses, unique and practical. They will be linked in the description below.